Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Over the River, episode 41. First episode of season 3. Welcome, guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
It's nice to have you guys.
Yeah, stoked.
Man, I talked to Clay, 2-3 months ago. We've been, I guess, kind of on the radar with each other about trying to get this lined up, so I'm glad we actually did this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in COVID times. Thanks for coming over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
I seen on Snapchat and Facebook last night, Tyler, you guys played a show.
Yeah, we were at the Hangout beneath the American Dream out on 74th and F. It was a good time, yeah. We played their original music concert series. So we did an hour set, we jammed out with them, and then they had like an open jam afterwards where other musicians were getting up in rotation and just playing songs. It was a really good time.
And that was the first show you had played since when?
We... As a band, like, with live gear like that, probably the A-Bait show.
Yeah, we did the June outdoor thing for A-Bait for the motorcycle group.
Sure.
Yeah, A-Bait. So we'd done that in June, but other than that, March was the first, like March 7th, was that our last one?
Yes.
Our last, like, indoor
Last
show,
indoor, normal...
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
March 7th, I think.
And I wasn't even on the show last night, so I still haven't done
the show. Yeah. He wasn't on the show. He didn't. The Clay hasn't been with us. He's been with us for a few live streams and stuff, but
in the studio.
And in the studio, yeah. But he hasn't played with us like that since March. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the songs?
Yeah.
We still make him come to practice.
Yeah, so, I actually just started coming back to practice, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
just to kind of like dust up for studio and all that, and the live stream. I think actually, the last time I was inside playing the show was that solo show I played at the American Dream. So I played a show there by myself. Last show that I played.
Yeah.
So how do you guys individually feel as far as like playing shows goes, and then how do you feel as like a band? Is it like a collective decision to play together?
It's been kind of like. So last night was a really weird instance. It was supposed to be on an outdoor stage. It's supposed to be an outdoor show. And then just the other day when it started raining, I looked at the weather. I'm like, it's going to be raining. It's going to be an indoor show. Well, I asked Tyrel. I was like, is this going to be an indoor show if it's raining? And it's like, yeah. So I was like, all right, then I just won't do it. Like, these guys are comfortable going inside and playing shows. I'm not.
Sure.
So we've gotten to a point really where like they can operate without me. And that's kind of like what was going on for pretty much the first 4 months of the pandemic.
Yeah, because we were doing weekly acoustic live streams. It would either be me and Tyler or the three of us. Clay made it for one before you kind of locked down. Yeah, and then after that he was just taking a little hiatus. But then you just recently started coming back. Yeah, and we're trying really hard. At least my outlook, and I kind of think the other three of our outlooks is just like if people are going to be there to want to listen to music, I'm happy to get on a stage and play it. I'm probably keep my distance as far as the crowd goes, but
so the drummer's way in the back.
But I'm in the back. I'm up on a riser and shit. It's cool. Yeah.
We bring our own mics, and we make sure that we keep everything sanitized.
Right.
But we're
get
trying
our own table away from everyone.
Trying really hard to book anything we can for outside so that we can get full band, like all four of us there playing.
Slowdown's opening back up. Outdoor shows.
I heard.
Which makes me wonder, like, why doesn't Old Mattress Factory do outdoor shows.
So
Right.
many venues have the ability to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, a giant parking lot. That's literally all you need.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, at Mattress Factory during College World Series, they have such a big venue.
Yeah.
You could do that. I guess that's right next to Slowdown, isn't it?
It's
It's
like they
pretty
share
close,
the
yeah.
drive.
Oh yeah, yeah. I guess so, but
But still.
yeah, no. It's nice to see that. Now, granted, we've got maybe 2 to 3 months of any like practical gigging this year yet, because like I don't know, about 2 years ago, we kind of decided to stop gigging in the dead of winter because you spend all this time and money booking and promoting, and then you get 3 inches of snow, and
Yeah.
and it's dead. You know, nobody wants to leave their house, so we kind of just started taking our time to write and record in the winter. So I'm just like desperately rushing, calling everywhere that we've booked in the past with an outside area or anywhere that I can think of or get tips on for an house, like making cold calls like crazy. What do you got before Thanksgiving? We'll take it, you know. So
What is
Yeah.
the furthest distance you guys would travel at this time to go play a show? Or are you guys trying to keep it local?
Well, we just locked in that trailer, so we could go anywhere. Yeah.
What's that?
We could go anywhere. We could.
Oh, you got a
play-
trailer. I thought you said
Yeah,
you
like
locked
an
in a trailer as far as like you're playing in a
No,
trailer.
no,
I was like, what?
we locked in a trailer, so we've got like an enclosed trailer that we can travel our gear with now. So, we have a lot of opportunity. We've been talking about playing some shows up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, maybe hitting Des Moines. And if there's any traveling spots available, we would probably consider playing them as long as it was available for our schedule.
that was kind of our goal for this year too. You know, when we started out this year, coming off of our winter writing and recording,
Sure.
ready to drop our album, dropped in April, right smack dab during the pandemic. When we got into this, I had all these plans. I was in talks with a bunch of Kansas City and Sioux Falls and Des Moines groups and venues, trying to get some connections there and book some shows there. And then all this happened and kind of put all of it on hold.
Right.
But at this point, especially with the limited amount of time and the amount of shows we've had to cancel from COVID, I think we'd probably be willing to travel a couple 100 miles just for a solid paying gig. Again, as long as it was outdoors and safe.
Right. Well, I can tell you a venue, the Icky Nickel up in Sioux City. They're doing outdoor shows.
Oh,
Yeah, I went up to a show back in August, and they have this like calendar outside, and it's just
oh shit.
booked
Okay.
to the gills.
All right. Well, I might hit them up and let them know if
Icky
they get a
Nickel.
cancellation. The Achy Nickel.
It's called the Icky Nickel. Trust
Icky
me.
Nickel. I'll definitely hit it up, man. Yeah. I got no prejudice.
Hey,
we've
they're-
played in some real Icky
We've
Nickels.
played in
You
some
know what I'm saying?
places,
But
yeah.
Their outdoor venue is pretty sweet. So
That's
like
awesome.
you walk in, there's like the bar in the enclosed area to the right, and then they have like a patio with a bar outside, and then kind of like an amphitheater. So you walk down a little bit, they got another bar over to the left, and then the actual stage. It's sick, and then right next to it, driving range for golf.
For you.
It's a driving range. They got sand volleyball. It's like it was pretty dope. Probably one of the
That's awesome.
probably one of the coolest venues I've seen. I was just like, I got there and I'm like, it's an open field, and I'm like, what is this? There's a net next to on the right side, and then the big hill on the left side. And I go, this has got to be a driving range.
That's
And
awesome.
then I get over to the venue and I'm looking across and I can see people hitting drivers, and I'm like, I need to be over there.
Right.
Screw waiting for the show to start.
I
need
know
to be
what I'm doing.
I need to be over at the driving range. Yeah, that venue is pretty sick, so hit them up.
I definitely will. I'll definitely look into that.
But being that you brought this, let's talk about this little.
Yeah, that's our album. It dropped April 20th, 2020. It's called Trash Cat Fever, which is a play on our kind of mascot is a possum. We kind of put a possum on everything
Yeah.
we do. So Trash Cat is a possum, and we got Trash Cat Fever. You know, we're playing with Scratch Cat a little bit there, but
Because we all love Ted Nugent.
we.
Right.
Yeah,
Ted Nugent,
no,
our
it's,
Lord and Savior.
2020 presidential candidate.
Right.
real proud of it, man. It's completely self-funded, and we came up with with the money for the
everything,
we did everything ourselves on it, and we did it. It was recorded at Shadow Lake Records in Omaha with Andrew Mims there, who runs that. He's incredible.
Yeah, he's doing the next 3.
Yeah, we're in the studio with him right now again on a couple more. We got a single coming out, but actually I actually was just looking it up online the other day. We just hit 10.5 thousand streams on just Spotify alone since April on Trash Cat Fever. So it's going well, man. Just promoting the hell out of it. You know?
I listened to it again today, and for people who don't know of your band, I'll let you answer since you haven't spoken at all. Tell them what kind of music you guys play.
Well, it's a little bit different. If you listen to the album, you know. So we kind of came up with our own little term for it. We call it Midwest rock, just because of the roots of where we all come from, and just the kind of the mesh of musical backgrounds that kind of come together in a place like this. Helped us come up with that name.
Yeah, no, it's
Midwest rock.
I think it's definitely we all have like some country influence.
Of course,
regardless of like how much we play to it. Obviously, I play to it a lot more than other people do, but I think all of us had like truck drivers for dads, right?
Well, I did.
I know Tyrel did. I did. Tyler did.
No way.
But Svenn.
Did
Water department.
What's the deal?
So yeah, I mean, we all grew up with road songs, and like I think we all had some like Johnny Cash and Hank Williams and stuff going on in their childhood and stuff. like that.
It's such a refreshing take, especially for somewhere around here, because I think our area is so used to like hardcore, especially in Omaha. It's just a lot of hardcore bands. When I first discovered Cali, Indiana, I'm like, holy crap! There's a country band in Omaha that I never knew about.
Yeah.
And then for you guys to come out, it's like a bluesy rock. I never would have thought a band like that you're from Council Bluffs. You're from Council Bluffs. You two from Council Bluffs?
Yeah, well, I'm originally
Denison,
Iowa. Yeah, with me and Svenn are both from Denison, but I've lived here now. I moved here in 2009, and I've been here since. Met my wife, and now I'm from Council Bluffs. Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you guys all met. I will speak for myself. I've known Clay since 13.
Yeah,
somewhere around there. I've known of you since high school.
Yeah, well, middle school still. I went to Bilsten, and people kind of got confused. I was supposed to go to TJ, and then I never ended up going there. I transferred out to Bellevue East my freshman year, so everyone kind of knew of me. People were asking where I was, and then it just disappeared for a while. So.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how you guys met up, and then we'll speak for those two.
It's actually all because of this dude.
Well.
No, for real. Like,
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
You tell that story then.
Clay
it.
invited me out to an open mic night to play at the Broadway bar at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's kick it back a little bit.
Yeah, go back further.
We had this amazing rock band called Texas Syrup.
Texas Syrup.
All right. It was me and Tyler and Travis Alwyn, and we were like the bee's knees. We were the best rock band ever. That's how we started playing music together. It was just playing on Rock Band.
Texas Syrup.
Literally, that's how. I honestly think that's where like the dream was born.
It started in Matt Overly's basement.
Matt Overly.
Matt Overly's basement.
Matt Overly's basement.
Talk about some throwback names. You got Matt Overly, Travis Alwyn.
And yeah, I think, and then we started hanging out. Then you came back to TJ for a little bit, didn't you?
No, I never went back to TJ, but I always showed up at like the high school dances and stuff.
He was just always there.
I was always there. Well, so Doug, my best friend, if like 15
Sepker?
years, Doug Sepker.
You macking on our girls at TJ? Is that what the deal is?
That's just because I was.
It sounds like you know Doug.
Well, he would pick me up from school. Like I'd get out before everybody in TJ, so he'd skip and he'd go pick me up from Bellevue East, and then I'd show up by the time everybody was out of school. So I'd be outside of school when everybody got out, but I didn't go there. So then we'd all just hang out. And then we got deep into music and just hanging out together, same taste in music, same group of friends. And so me and Clay have always been tight for a long time. And then he invited me out one night. He's like, hey man, come check me out. I'm going to be playing this open mic night. And I'm going there under the pretense that I'm just going to watch Clay play. And this dude gets me up on stage and I do a couple songs. And at the time they had a guy named Brian Lidgett in their band. He was the bartender at the time. So he said to me, he's like, I really like your sound, or do you play bass? Our bass player is moving down to Texas to some girl he met on, I don't know, Plenty of Fish or something.
Which was our friend.
Yeah, their friend Claypool. And so Claypool dipped out of the band, and I slid in and we just started making music with them and Fish House Punch back in the day. We did Fish House Punch for a while, and then that kind of died out, and me, Clay, and Tyrel did Monroe together with Randy
Randy Gruber?
Gruber, yeah. And, then...
We just did a lot of open mics
Yeah.
with Monroe, and
Yeah, that
did
was-
the Hive and Down
And that's
Under
kind of
for a
how we got
while.
our name, is because of those open mics that we were playing over there.
Yeah.
Allie Peeler would introduce us as the boys from over the river, because we were all the boys from Council Bluffs, so she'd introduce us as the boys from over the river. So when we were having the discussion, I think Clay mentioned it, and it was just like instantly, because we had been like tossing back a couple of pretty
man.
decent names
Let's,
forever.
let's go over those names.
Oh,
What names
that's
come
why
to
we
mind?
have, that's why
We
we have the
definitely
obsession with the
considered
possum.
Texas syrup.
We did
consider
consider
Texas
Texas
syrup.
syrup.
Yep. We
Possum Lodge was
Possum
Possum
Lodge.
Lodge was a big consider.
Possum Lodge would be
Sauce.
so
Yeah.
Sauce.
Yeah, sauce.
The
Sauce.
sauce.
Just the
The
word
sauce.
sauce.
SAUC.
I still
sauce.
think that would have been sweet. That
It
should
was a
be-
pretty
that should
good.
be an
I
album.
really liked sauce, but I kept saying too that I wanted something. Like related to where we were,
Right. Yeah.
right? Like something that stuck out a little bit about.
He was very big on
Where
the
we're located.
geographical
Yeah.
situation.
Now,
Yeah.
here's what was funny. I was thinking about preparing this for you guys as like a trivia. I was thinking about like over the river, you would have to name like what river you would cross to get from state to state. But I
Ooh,
felt like that was
that'd be
too much
fun.
research, so I kind of
He's old. He knows.
You would have stumped the fuck out of me. I'm horrible at geography,
I learned
man.
when
I would have said, when you
in
cross
school.
from Champaign, Illinois to this state, which river do you cross?
Ah, that would have been
Ohio.
Ohio.
Is that
Yeah,
true?
Ohio.
Oh, okay.
That's a
I'm
guess.
gonna give a second.
Look it
place. The Ohio River does exist.
I'm horrible with fucking.
I know of three. It's like
with geography.
or four. There's
You know of the
the
Nile
Missouri, the Mississippi, the Nile. What's the
The
fourth one?
Nile.
and the Ohio.
The Amazon.
The Amazon,
The Amazon
yep.
River.
Yep,
Yep.
that's a
Yep.
good one.
Very familiar with
Booyah
that.
River.
Booyer, the Booyer
Booyer?
River.
Yeah, that
That's-
must be in Denison,
That's
huh?
in
Oh, yeah.
Denison, yeah. See, Sven and I met Sven at 17 through a mutual friend, and he was my alcohol buyer. But we just became the best of friends, and we've been hanging out for fucking
15 years.
15. Well, yeah. If I
Don't
was
give away your
17,
age. You guys are only 25.
Not 15
Right.
years. Not that long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all 20.
Long time.
5 years.
Yeah, just about 12 years or something like that. And so he got me going playing music again and started the Fish House Punch. And
Tyrel
then-
got me to move to Council Bluffs from Denison. He moved up here. He tried to convince me for like a year and a half to move up to Council Bluffs. 'cause
Yep.
I don't know why, but
What
I
was
did.
the tipping point? What made you say yes?
I just really wasn't feeling my position in Denison anymore. You know, like I didn't have that much going for me there. And I was like, why not start something new?
Yeah.
And then now you're here and you met these guys.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now you
that
got a
was
band.
Actually,
that was 2012, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
there was a lot going on at the time. So I had just taken over the open mic at Broadway Bar. You guys were playing there a lot with
all the
Legit,
time with Legit, because
and I met you guys through Legit.
yep,
And I was like, I was a fan of the Fish House Bunch. Like I was at like every show, just like
Yeah,
it's
you
actually
were.
like
Songs
a lot of
you
your
guys-
guys'
Yeah,
pictures.
dude.
Like I'm up front.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
like,
Red
hanging out,
red
like,
flannel on.
smoking clove cigarettes.
Smoking
Yeah, God damn it.
So yeah, I was just Then Tyler joined the band, and I was like, oh shit, I know Tyler, you know. And then it was just kind of once Fish House kind of like went their separate ways, I was like, I'm gonna swoop in on every single one of these guys.
I even came to a couple practices from Monroe. There.
Yeah, you
At
did.
Randy's
Yeah, you
house.
did. Yeah.
Then Randy decided to do his.
So yeah,
stint travel.
Randy took off on his like
Tour of the
nationwide
world. Yeah.
road trip and all that, and
Randy's
we
so
were kind of
cool.
like left like. Because Monroe was weird. We had like
Cool.
4 songs, right? And like
Oh yeah.
3 of them were like I sang one, Tyler sang one, Randy sang
We were
one.
flipping instruments around.
Yeah, we were like
handing them to
switching
each other.
instruments and all this
Yeah,
stuff. It was all kinds
And it was
of crazy.
mostly
and then-
acoustic.
Yeah, it was almost all acoustic
Yo.
except for the bass and electric guitar.
Yep.
But yeah, and then that kind of just
Played
like
a little
fizzled out
Cajon
once
Bass.
Randy left because it was a lot of like that's when Svenn started showing up and we're like, we kind of have something here, but not like
Yeah, just
didn't have
fizzled.
like a good like place to practice or anything like that. I had just started having kids. I know you just
I was
had,
popping out myself.
Yeah.
Man.
and it was just
Popping
like.
Yep.
Yeah, we kind of stopped, and then it was just I was like in the middle of Walmart one day, just grocery shopping, looking at ice cream, and Tyrel like messaged me, and he's like, "Hey, you want to start playing music again?" And I'm like, "Yeah, actually," because I've been thinking about it that week too, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And we talked like band names and stuff. That
Yeah.
whole first conversation, all this stuff. I was like, "What music are we doing?" You know, we decided we were gonna do originals and like some covers. I had a whole repertoire from my solo stuff, and then from Monroe, we already had a
other
few
side,
songs, you know. And yeah, it was just then pretty much like we need a bassist. It's gonna be Tyler, obviously. We need another guitarist. It's gonna be Svenn. We played a few shows, just the three of us before Svenn came in.
Yep.
But yeah, and then it's like
And
a lot
it's
of
just
like
been- yeah, we've just been clicking. It's going.
yeah, it's.
It's going
I
well.
think the biggest thing was just like bringing all of us together. I think Monroe was like a really good like first step for that, and then like really digging into it with Over the River because we all have like these different styles and stuff. So I think a lot of it was just like the timing. I think if it didn't happen when it happened, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
It was like
you know,
Monroe
so it's-
primed us up for the real deal. So
Right.
Yeah.
we all kind of had to take a few more steps in our personal lives and secure some stuff there. Then
And that's kind of what
locked down.
that's kind of what you get on Trash Cat Fever is like that's why you have three songs that are kind of the same and then three songs that are kind of different, and it's kind of like it's up and down and back and forth a lot because me and Tyler, for instance, we're taking a lot of like our personal repertoires and bringing them to the band, and then Tyrel and Svenn are also songwriters, so we're doing a lot of that stuff too. And it's I think like Dance With Me was the new one that was written by all of us.
All of us, yeah.
And then Mama Says was a new one that was written by.
Mom says isn't on Trash Can.
Oh
yeah,
no,
that's
it's not.
not. Yeah, so that'll be on the next one.
You lied.
My bad.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
It took
But
us
yeah,
a while
no, it
to
was-
kind of round out our sound and kind of figure out exactly
Yeah,
like
we
kind
wrote
of a
She Ain't Lying
focus.
and we wrote Dance With Me.
Yeah,
for
She
the
Ain't Lying.
album.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the one I was
And
thinking
then
of.
Mangy, it literally just came to me in 5 minutes when I was sitting at the shop. Actually, I was working on one of Randy's guitars for him. I was working on one of Randy's guitars, cleaning it up and working on his amp, and I just was messing around with it, and I got this really good hook in my head, and then I just started like talking to myself about it all, and it just came out as the bluesiest thing I've
I
ever
feel like
done.
It is so bluesy.
It is Mangy. I think Mangy was like the pot that brought the sauce together
Mixed
for
it
all of
all
us.
up.
Like, it
Oh
was
man,
like,
and Mangy's my that's
Mangy's
probably
my favorite
other-
song, and every time I listen to it,
Oh.
it becomes more my favorite
And
song.
And I
It's
think like I'm a blues drummer at heart. That's where my roots are. I was raised by a blues loving man, and so like that's what I am meant to play. Like so, fuck, we play Mangy live, and I just kind of flow. I just
Dug
lose
into it.
myself into it. Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, I showed him that song, and he's like, "Oh my god, yes!"
Oh yes, hell yeah, we're gonna fucking rock.
Bluesy.
Yeah,
song.
and that's one thing is I think we all bring kind of a different, real heavy background genre into it. Like Clay's got a real heavy country background. I've got a real heavy blues background. Svenn is more on the rock side of things, and Tyler, I would say, is more of
K-pop.
Like, well, K-pop, and then yeah, Tyler, yeah. He listens to horrible music and we deal with it. But no, just kidding. I would say he's more like modern, like Blink 182 type.
Yeah, modern.
I got some thrash, and I used to be in a couple of heavier bands.
Yeah,
back in the
exactly.
day. So it's just there's a little bit of that stage presence that I bring. That's a lot more of a higher energy,
Sure.
a lot more in your face.
Kind of comes together to make that Midwest rock sound,
and that's how we all met.
And that's how we all met.
And then,
Okay, what do we jump back on?
Porn names.
No, I'm not Brian Stars. God. Somebody asked me that one time. They're like, "Are you trying to be the next Brian Stars?" And I go, "No, I'm not going to ask the first question. What would your porn name be if you're a porn star?" Like that. It's the most annoying question.
Mine would be Harry Langdon. Just so we're clear.
That's a real name.
Yeah, it would be my porn name.
Yeah.
everybody from here would get it. And
Yeah,
they
yeah.
think about it every time. LPLs?
You don't know Harry Langdon Boulevard?
Yeah, Harrington Boulevard.
Yeah.
That's LPLs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LPLs.
LPOs.
Gold
Gold mine.
Bro, I went to Main Street Cafe this morning.
Ooh.
Main Street
Oh,
Cafe
fuck.
slaps.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's
They're
Oh,
so fucking
speaking
good.
of the word slaps, I
I
was sitting.
prefer Dunkin's, but
Oh,
Shut
yeah.
up.
Everybody prefers Dunkin's, but
I was sitting next. I
They're
was
not
sitting.
even-
I was sitting in a booth next. I was sitting in a booth next to this like 21-year-old and her grandma. I was like probably 80 or something, and she was talking. She goes, "Yeah, my boyfriend's a chef, and man, his shit slaps." And I'm like, I don't think.
the old
I don't think the old lady
Maybe
knows
grandma
that.
understands that
fucking
terminology.
slaps.
I don't
He
think
better
she,
not be slapping you.
that shit slaps. And I'm like, I don't think she understands what that shit slaps means.
Or she
That's
does.
so
Maybe she's a
funny.
cool granny. Maybe she has the TikTok.
She's complaining
Some
about the
grannies
food.
have TikToks, man. Penny Ewald is my fucking hero,
My
by the way.
aunt,
I
Yeah.
love her so much.
she's like, my aunt is just one of the greatest people. Like, she's been one of my favorite people. She's
Is that
huge-
Penny Ewald?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And she's a huge supporter of the band, and she's kind of TikTok famous. She's got like, I don't know, like 15,000 followers. Like nothing crazy, not like the 10 million other people have, but
This is
She's-
15,000 people.
but
that
she
follow
when
her.
she found out our album was on TikTok, she's done I think every one of our songs now.
She's just like lip syncs.
This
the
is where we
songs.
should have been recording if we're not.
It is right.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, so yeah, Grandma P. Grandma P-E-E. That's Grandma is my Aunt Penny, and she is awesome. Check out her TikTok if you're on TikTok, y'all.
What does she
I
do?
love
Dance
it.
to your songs?
No,
She
no,
just like
she-
lip syncs.
She
and,
lip
like,
syncs and kind of like does
She, like,
like
face
dances.
dances and,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
hand gestures and stuff.
yeah, yeah.
It's like the sweetest thing ever. The first time I saw one, I was like, I melted. I was like, this is so good.
oh yeah,
Oh,
and she's
this
got
is
a
like
million.
Wholesome Midwest
It's
love.
like, first of all, it's really cool, like, seeing somebody else, like, digging on your music
Yeah.
for the first time, like, outside of, like, a show setting.
Right.
But also, like, it's just, like, it's really wholesome and sweet, too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just the
right.
sweetest thing. And, like, I was, like, I finally got TikTok. I finally downloaded it.
Oh,
she was,
did
like,
you?
one of the first people I followed.
Oh, you have to.
And, like,
she's
people,
still one
like,
of the
people
only people I
duet with
follow.
her, like, crazy,
Oh, yeah.
dude. It's
Oh, yeah.
insane. Like, she's always getting duets and stuff. It's nuts.
Isn't
No,
that crazy
she's-
how far music on social media has come? Because back in our day,
Oh.
back in our day,
Back in
Right.
our day.
MySpace,
Yeah.
profile songs.
Oh,
That's
man.
Crucial.
that's how you got judged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What songs can you remember having as your profile
I'm
songs?
pretty sure
Oh, God.
it consisted of the entire Black Parade album from My Chemical
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I remember.
A couple
my
of the used songs,
Yeah.
you know.
I
Just anything that melted your heart. Hawthorne Heights.
I got like real hard into like the MySpace scene bands like oh shit, who was
Millionaires.
it? Like yeah, the Millionaires. Who was the other one? God, the Select Start was a big one.
Yeah.
Those guys were
Oh
big.
man, I haven't heard
Uh,
that forever.
Just all the like, just super like social media-y, scene-y bands with like synthesizers and like
Yeah.
some dude with an auto-tuned voice. Like
Mad bass
that was,
drops.
yeah.
My
So you're saying
MySpace
Attack
song.
Attack?
Yeah, you know.
Cottonmouth Kings.
Oh,
Tyrel used to be a
No.
juggalo.
Oh,
Tyler
man.
used to be a jungle.
Get them out.
Oh man, high
Canceled.
school.
Canceled.
High school,
Canceled.
man.
High school was rough on all
We're
of
all
us,
in
let's
high
be
school,
fair.
you know, but yeah, Cottonmouth Kings and ICP were definitely my MySpace
Gross.
songs.
Sven, please redeem him. Pick something better.
All my stuff was just like
Awesome.
no. I have like Highway Star by Deep Purple.
Way better. 'Cause
Oh
that's-
yeah, clearly.
I
it's
Dig
way-
a Pony was one. I'd
I
have
was
up
just
there.
being honest, guys.
I am
made
too,
up a
like-
cool line. I'm
I
just saying.
was old when MySpace.
I like
came out,
whatever
You know? I was like
was cool.
Your
then.
past is only as dark
25.
as your
I
secrets.
wasn't
You know
like
what I'm
15
saying?
or something.
Your
Yeah.
past is only as dark as your
Sven
secrets.
was way past the MySpace.
I had
scene, 'cause he
MySpace,
was an
you know.
adult. When it
MySpace
happened.
for dude. I had fucking thousands of friends.
Yeah.
What did it turn into now? What is
I mean,
it?
it's still
It's
a
still
a
us.
music
Still like-
blog.
music-
Yeah, it's like
still
all
mostly
music
it's mostly
blog now.
music
Yeah.
generated, mostly artists
But none
and
of-
sharing
none
profiles.
of the
It's
old
not
music is
super
all there.
user-friendly.
It's people that you would still find, you know, their catalog on Zune Music, you know. So it's like if you still have Zune, you can
I don't
probably
think Zune
catch them
exists
out.
anymore.
No,
You can't
it's
buy a
Microsoft
Zune
thing.
player.
I used to have a Zune.
You can.
Yeah,
I
me
know a
too.
guy.
A buddy of mine had a Zune.
Wonder how much those are worth nowadays.
Microsoft Music.
Probably not
Probably
much.
less than when they were being
Half of
produced.
Microsoft stock.
Yeah.
Anything's only as worth as how much people will pay for it. So I
Right.
can imagine not a whole lot because I wouldn't give.
Not
much
a lot
for
of
it.
people
That's
are
like the
nostalgic
longest
about
like
games.
quote ever. You just gotta like highlight that and put a quote. Like it's only as much as worth as a person wants to pay for it, but it's probably not a lot. Tyrel. That's gonna go on his grave.
That's going on my gravestone. Yes, sir.
What do you want for a border on your husband's headstone?
This quote right here. He was very specific about that.
I don't care if it's $500 a letter.
Per letter.
Yeah, so let's talk about the future. Obviously, it's hard to predict what's going to be going on as far as shows and stuff go, but like if you were to see out the next 3 months, what would you guys want to be doing?
You know, at least playing a couple of shows. Well, we have booked a couple of gigs right now.
Yeah, a couple
we're
more
playing
going.
at Ditmars. We're
Yeah,
playing
Ditmars
a couple.
Apple.
Ditmar's Orchard on September 19th. We're out there
Yeah,
from
we're-
1 to 3 p.m.
Daytime show.
Daytime family
Daytime
oriented.
Is it
Family
Saturday
show.
or Sunday? September
It's
19th.
Saturday.
Saturday.
Can we get
Yeah,
some
like
apples?
family friendly daytime
That's
show
where
out
Tyler
there.
got married.
That's where I got married.
Yeah, that's where
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all there.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah,
there were a lot of
yeah,
bees.
we were.
Bees. The
There were a lot of
bees.
bees.
Yeah, my wife
That's
literally
what
got
I'm talking about.
stung. Jamie got stung on her, like I think on her hand, as we're walking down the aisle, walking away from
Oh,
everybody
no.
right after the ceremony. It was crazy.
We were surrounded by bees.
just covered in bees.
And we were all like, it was hot as hell. Too.
For
so
an
we were all
October
like just
wedding. We got married on
sweating.
October 2nd, so it was.
You guys weren't
so
in the
hot. It was
wedding,
like
were
90
you?
No.
degrees. out.
Okay, yeah, I was in the wedding.
He was in the wedding.
And yeah, all of us like in those suits, in those tuxes,
Oh,
man.
we're
Oh,
dying.
it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was
Buckets.
horrible.
Now, here's the most important question. For all of you guys, you've obviously been married. You two?
Married.
Married?
Happily separated.
Clay?
I like so. I'm still laughing about that. That's not my answer, but that's.
Okay.
I'm not married.
So ideally, if you could run your marriage back, or in the future, if you were to get married, who would you have as your wedding singer?
Like if I could pick like
Anybody.
if I could pick anybody in
Oh,
the
yeah.
planet to sing at my wedding, I would pick Adam
Liv-
Sandler.
Adam
because
Sandler.
Yeah.
well, me and my wife
Living or
danced
Dead?
to "I Want to Grow Old with You" as our first song. So like, and that's an Adam Sandler song from that movie. So
No way.
yeah. So if Adam Sandler could come sing at my wedding, I would have gladly paid him.
Perfect.
But he's not trying to take a trip to Council
Council Bluffs.
You never know. There's people show up to Lincoln, Nebraska.
I
of
know.
all places.
I don't understand.
Ugh. Lincoln. Hit us, Sven. Who would you like?
Gosh, that's a tough one. As a wedding singer, I mean, if I could go with anybody,
Anybody.
uh,
Gault.
I would-
I'd do it for you.
Clayton.
I'd be there.
Clayton. That'd be a good choice, but
But
I'd have to
Pick
go
somebody
someone
else.
a little more notorious. I would think.
Nelly.
No.
Now was that good gracious explanation,
Yeah,
flirtatious, trying
just
to show
Nelly
faces.
with just a lounge piano. Yeah, I could go with that.
Nelly with no Band-Aid on the
No
face.
Band-Aid.
No Band-Aid, Nelly.
Nelly raw.
Nelly.
That just sounds dirty.
Yeah, sure, Nelly.
All right,
Nelly.
cool. Glad we picked for you.
I love that your answer is no.
No matter what you do.
It'd just be so funny to picture Nelly on a piano.
I know. I'm picturing it. It's great. Anybody at all as like a wedding singer?
Yeah.
I imagine that Rod Stewart would make an
Oh.
incredible wedding
That,
singer.
yeah, that
Maggie
would be
May.
it, yeah.
Right? I feel
absolutely.
like he would like put on a great show
Yeah.
with a nice toast
You'd
and
forget
everything,
you were at a
right?
wedding.
Like,
You would forget you were at a wedding.
right, no,
Halfway
right.
through the
You
show.
would be way more. You'd be like, nah, don't talk about me. You're Rod Stewart. You know, do your
I'm
thing.
divorcing my wife for you, Rod. Let's hook you up later.
Yeah, I'd go with Rod Stewart.
He took yours, huh?
We're just saying,
Rod
Rod,
Stewart locked and loaded.
Rod's a good answer. That's all we're
Um,
saying.
No, living or dead, I would probably go.
Elvis.
It would probably be a tie between like Elvis or Michael Bublé.
Ooh, Buble.
Buble would be.
Buble would be a great
What
one.
about Josh Groban?
I don't know.
Nobody likes Josh.
I was in choir in high school, man. I could go the rest of my life without hearing Josh Groban.
I just
ever
think he's
again.
a hilarious actor.
I think he's great. Yeah, I would love
He's
him to
great
be
as
at
an
my
actor,
wedding.
right?
What
But
about-
let's be real. If Michael Bublé is singing at my wedding, Josh Groban is gonna show up. He'll just be hanging out.
What about
At
Dave
least.
Matthews?
No.
Absolutely not.
Why don't you?
You
want
said
to
we
see-
weren't gonna talk shit on bands, and then you bring up Dave Matthews to me.
Hey, I'm
What do
just
you
saying-
want from me?
Hey, I'm just saying, Dave Matthews.
I am only a man.
Hey, listen, this is where we can relate. Carter Beeford, God.
He's a great drummer.
God.
Incredible. But
What? Don't
as
say
far
but.
as far as the lead singer goes, I'm not.
Are we
a
allowed to
fan.
talk shit on famous bands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
Dave Matthews. I hate Dave Matthews so much. We have a friend, Bethany, who
You know-
actually, like, I met her she came into CD Trade Post when I was working there. And she was like, hey, I'm looking for some albums for my my boyfriend. And he's real into Dave Matthews. What would you suggest? And I was like, I would suggest you break up with him.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
her ex-boyfriend was really into Dave.
He would play
Matthews.
guitar, he'd sing out the side of his mouth. While we were,
You know what the worst part about Dave Matthews is?
Dave Matthews?
Go on, tell
He
me
does,
about Dave
he does songs with Jack Johnson, who I love.
Jack
so now
Johnson.
there's Jack Johnson songs that I don't want to listen to, and that makes me sad.
That bums me out.
I'm just saying.
I mean, banana,
banana
pancakes,
pancakes.
is a good song.
right. I'm just saying. You can't go wrong with Jack Johnson.
All right, so we crossed Dave Matthews off the list for wedding singers. Get him
Anyways.
off of there. Oh my God, I'm glad we talked so much crap about Dave
Dave
Matthews.
Matthews. So, more
Some
back
random
to
person is gonna see this and
I love
hate these
Dave
fucking
Matthews.
guys.
real. I did want to throw out too earlier when you would ask us what the next couple of months looks like. I
Yeah.
did want to drop again that we have been in the studio the last few weeks. We're going back next weekend to finish off a couple of songs. We've got a single coming out probably in November. We'll get that date released out soon. I got at least one song coming about 2020 coming out, and then we got a couple more. You're
You're right.
be trailing out, and then
We're gonna be in a movie.
We
What?
got a
Yeah,
movie.
if it gets
Yep.
funded. If you guys
After
need to
school.
like check out After School Lunch Special 2
Sloppy Seconds.
on a Kickstarter, it needs
Yeah.
funded. It's got like 2 weeks left, and he's
Yeah.
like 60% to goal. So,
Wait,
but
who's
we're gonna
making
be
this
in the
movie?
movie.
AJ
AJ Chambers is the
Hodge
creator.
Bob Productions.
Yeah. He made a movie, After School Lunch Special, which is like a low budget, like
I was in the first one.
B
It's like
horror
a
movie.
thrasher horror movie.
Yeah, like
Keep going.
a grindhouse kind of horror movie.
very,
and all that,
very
but,
B-rated.
yeah, Tyler was in the
slasher
first
blood,
one. A bunch of our
titties.
friends were in the first one, and we
That's-
shot a scene with me already, a protest scene, and then there's gonna be a scene with the whole band. He's gonna use a couple of our songs in the movie. So
Yes.
yeah.
So we're
And
just
I got
trying
the second
to.
roll on it, too,
That's
so.
that's really the thing, man. Through all of this, is we're doing everything we can to keep our name and our music relevant, so that we can get people, get people to buy our merch and our music. Obviously, keep revenue coming in, do some outside gigs to get some more revenue, so that we can keep recording and keep relevant.
Sure.
We're really just trying to survive this shit.
I mean, the biggest thing is maintaining a presence during it all. That's
Yeah.
a lot of bands are dying out because they're not maintaining a presence. They're just breaking up. They're not able to, practice or put in the dedication that they might need, even without having those shows. It's crucial to still be, putting yourself out there as a band in other platforms, in other ways, in other outlets, as much as you possibly can. Like, we just played at Tyrel's boss's house and did a live stream. That place was gorgeous, and that was the first time all four of us played together live.
Yeah,
in a hot
doing
minute.
a lot of giving away a lot of gear to get people
just
talking.
random
just-
free
just
custom made stuff.
anything we can do to survive this, because live music isn't going to be the same for a while, and so we're going to have to adapt. So that's what we're working on.
I don't know how to end this. It's sad to think about. Like, obviously I miss live shows. I'm glad people are doing them as safely as possible with masks on.
Right.
Slow Down obviously did a show. I think it was Slow Down. Yeah, they did a show with Dear Neighbor and Galvant.
Okay. Yeah.
They had to do it They separated them, masks required.
Right.
And I think that's the way we have to do it moving forward.
It's the way we're gonna have to, man.
Yeah.
And hopefully people will comply. And again, hopefully, as far as fall goes, hopefully it'll warm up a little bit. We'll get some more outside stuff going. Because once winter comes, we're all gonna have to hunker down again and do probably a lot of live streams and recording, you know. But then come spring, hopefully we can all emerge out of this and find some version of normalcy, even if it is mass gigs. I'll be there.
Wear the mask to shows.
Right, I don't care, man. If it means playing or seeing live music, I'm all about it.
So Sven, do this for us. Plug this. Tell us about any merch that you have out, any Facebook, Instagram, any social media we should be following. Hit them with it.
Cool. All right. This is the album, Trash Cat Fever. You can find this and all of our merch on our website, www.overtherivermusic.com. We got a couple different T-shirts. Lanyards.
Masks go up on
Tyrel's
Monday.
got the
These masks
over
go
the
up there on
face
Monday.
mask.
Yeah, we got shirts and lanyard stickers, CDs.
All the works and all the info you need to find out about what we're doing next.
Sick. If you guys haven't supported them, please do. Like their page on Facebook, like they said, buy their merch. Do anything you can to support this band. They keep it going during the pandemic. So until next time, we'll see you. Peace.
Well, hey, baby, where you going tonight? Will you make it back for morning's light? I slept alone too many times. Hey, baby, where you going tonight? Are you down? Are you down with me? Are you down? Are you down like me? Well, hey, baby, what's another drink? Got a couple more to burn, I think. Seeing too straight, it's time to sink. Hey, baby, what's another drink? Are you down? Are you down with me? Are you down? Are you down?